Anyway, if we want to introduce renewable generators like sun and wind technologies, this system is no more suitable. So, for example, these sources are not predictable, but variable, cyclically, but also variability is unpredictable. Then, management of energy production cannot be based on demand because the availability of the primary source is the first driver. Generation in facilities that are small is more suitable for these sources. So for example, we have rooftop solar panels or small wind turbines that can be integrated also in urban area. So large-scale facilities are not common when it comes to use these resources. For this reason, the system is no more vertical and no more unidirectional. This because if we have generation of energy close to the user, we may have the need to move this energy from one spot from one user to another. So the flow of energy is reversed. We do not have anymore just a one-way energy flow, but we have an exchange of energy also at the low grid levels. Or for example, if we want to move energy that is generated here in a place that is quite far, we may need to increase again the voltage of energy to use the transmission line. So this system managed in a unidirectional manner is no more fit. So generation can be centralized, but big power plants looking at the future will act just as a backup supplier, and also the infrastructure that is in place for the long distance transmission and distribution will be something assuring the security of supply, but it is not the only way to deliver energy. So the modern grid is essentially based on new grid scheme like the mini microgrid or a system that is featured by artificial intelligence for proper management of production and generation. This is the concept of smart grid. And also the efficiency of off-grid communities, the so-called energy island, will increase thanks to more modern technologies for the use of renewable power. In this framework, we have new technologies that are emerging. So basically, renewable generators are becoming more and more popular. Demand-side management is a new way to try to couple renewable power with the need for energy. And finally, the real innovation is offered by energy storage, the possibility to store renewable energy when it is produced and to reuse it again when it is needed. So energy storage unit is something with hybrid features. It's both energy producer like a generator. For example, when the storage delivers energy, it is a generator. And it is similar to consumers because it is also an acceptor of energy when it is charged. So there is a new word to identify that is prosumer, something between a producer and a consumer. And the features associated to storage are many. So we can use energy storage system to regulate the quality of power, and this function is called peak shaving. Then storage are useful to increase the capacity of the electric system. In this case, we are talking about bulk storage technologies, all the technologies that allows storing energy for a lot of time. Conversely, when it comes to peak shaving, the main technical feature that is regarded as the quickness of response, so the power. And in the end, besides capacity and power quality issues, there are a lot of extra services that storage can offer to the grid, and these are called ancillaries. For example, when there is an emergency like a blackout, energy stored can be useful to provide black start, or when there is a shortage of energy, energy stored is also a strategic reserve to restore the good properties of the grid. Finally, the modern grid structure integrates all the elements we have discussed up until now. We have renewable generators, users, a transmission and distribution line that has to be run in both directions, and central energy production also to provide backup supply. To synthesize the good features of a modern grid, we can say that it is a horizontal bidirectional system. Generation is mainly distributed and close to the user, and it happens in small-scale facilities. Primary energy sources are not fully predictable, and the management of energy production is based on the resource availability, and we can do something at demand side, for example, deferring demand. Thank you.